Hey everybody, welcome to the Coffee Comment. Tonight it's your girl Mecca.
And Ryan.
And tonight we're coming to you to speak on the topic of single women or, women of a high status wanting to be single moms. And not only single women in the dating world. There's movies like The Single Moms Club and How to Be Single where...
How to Be Single won't be classified.
Well, yeah, because her sister, and How to Be Single, she asked me about How to Be Single, the movie. And How to Be Single, one of the leading characters, not the younger single girl, but her sister, is a single doctor, very, well paid in the medical industry and profession. And she was one of those types, I don't need a kid, I don't want a kid, I don't want marriage, what the hell I need a husband for? And throughout the movie, it shows that she actually got the balls up to be like, you know what, I want to be a mom. And just so happens that when she got pregnant, she actually met a guy, and she was pushing him away because she said, I want to do this by myself. Like, this is my decision. It's just going to be me and my kid. But he was willing to step up and be basically a father. So she went to the sperm doctor, got some sperm, and that's how she had the baby. And then, like I said, she met her boyfriend, and they became a family afterwards. And Single Moms Club, it comes in at the end of the movie, and I don't know the character. She played in Bridesmaids. She was a very high-paid, I think, attorney or something like that in corporate, very rich, had everything she could ask for, did not have a man, and in the end of the movie, it comes out that she had a bad relationship with her one and only daughter because she decided once again to go to a sperm donor, get knocked up, and choose not to have anything to do with... No, actually, she met this guy and had a baby with him and decided she didn't want anything to do with him, or she don't want him involved in her child's life. So she kind of made it hard on her because of the money that she had. All she did was pay off nannies, pay off after school programs, put her daughter in a whole bunch of clubs. But she just wanted to be like, I have a child. And the other mothers didn't understand, one was going through two were going through a divorce, and then one's father just wasn't in this life after the divorce. And so they were like, I don't understand why the hell you would do something as crazy as not let the man be involved in your child's life when I'm going through hell with mine, or, this one, this one has a whole new family, don't even show up for their children. And she was just like, it was something that I wanted to do. At one point in my life, I felt like I wanted that as well, that I just wanted to make all my money, and I'm just going to go get artificial insemination, and I just want to have my own kid. And I didn't want to have a partner or anybody. I just wanted my children and my dogs. But I knew that was just craziness talking. I actually want there to be a 2-parent home. And I want to have kids, and I want them to be taken care of and see what it's like to have a whole family. Because there are some, pros and cons to you having either not only one child, but multiple children. And they don't have a second parent in the household. Like, who else are they going to look up to if you're working all the time?
Well, seeing that I am a single parent, I'm
not by choice, right?
No, not by choice. Not at all. I'm kind of neutral on the whole thing. I'm like, if you choose to want to be a single mom, okay. But from my perspective, I just don't think it's a good thing, because it's a hard job. I don't care what any 9-to-5 that you're working. Being a parent is 10 times, 20 times harder than that. And then to have to take it all on by yourself, it is very overwhelming. It's very stressful. And I understand that there are women out there that don't want to deal with the man. And majority of the men, I'm not bashing guys. It's a very small percentage of men that actually dive into that whole fatherhood thing. Be it married or having a baby mama or whatever the case may be. It's just a small percentage of guys that actually know what it is to do what moms do.
Right.
Like, moms have to be everything. We have to be the mama, the daddy. We got to be the chauffeur. We got to be the judge. We got to. It's just so many.
First love.
We
for a little bit.
we have to do. We got to have our hands in everything, and we really don't really get a break. And so I understand why women may want to do that. I don't necessarily agree with it because I just know what it is to have to take care of kids, and especially the con in being a single parent is the simple fact that the child doesn't grow up with the male role model. As far as when you have boys, like I have sons, and their dad is, I haven't been around too much, and then I rely a lot on my brother, but
they be having their own life in itself sometimes. And I mean, I watched my mom after my parents divorced. I was 11 when they got a divorce. I just turned 11. So it was like maybe a week or two before my 11th birthday. Before or after when they got a divorce. And then it became one of those, it takes a village to raise a child or a village to raise children. So it became just for years after I turned 10, my grandmother, my mother, my aunt, and then my male guy cousin basically raising my sisters and helping my mother because she had to work her not
support.
So right,
but that's another con because a lot of women go out to yes, I want to be a mother. I don't need a man. I don't need a partner. But then they forget that doing the task of being a single mother, you need a lot of support.
And people talk, but like I just
financially
said,
support,
right.
Emotional support, physical support.
Right.
That's the aspect I don't think a lot of women who either the women, lesbians, working moms, I don't need a man, mom. They don't think about that part of having that support because it's not only support for you, it's support for the child. But I don't think a lot of these women think a lot about that. They just know that they want to be a mama because either I'm having issues getting pregnant, and now that I am pregnant, and they don't think about the support part.
I mean, Bill, because it's just like you believe anything that somebody that you love tells you. So if you decide, okay, you've been thinking for months on end, years on end, and you finally say, okay, I'm going to do this, and you do it, and then you have your bestest friends, and you have your family members that you're close with, like, yeah, we're going to help you. Like I just said, like when you mentioned your brother, you tend to forget that we're so quick to catch an attitude, like, they act like they can't watch my kids, or they act like, I ain't never helped them when they kids, or whenever they had a recital and they can't show up to my kids' stuff. You tend to forget that that's your kid, and these people do have their own lives. As much as we all get mad, so quick to get mad that they're not helping out, they have their own lives, whether it be dating life, whether it be they are single and they're like a complete bachelor. Because like I was telling Ryan beforehand, I know somebody that just really wants to live a single life, wants to travel the world, but being single as in single and dating, or just married but does not want to have kids because they don't want to mess that up. So we tend to forget that our village, within our village that we say we have, they still have their own lives too. So they're not trying to always be stuck with your children.
That's true.
So that's the con to the whole thing.
When you rely too much on your support. And it's funny, I was talking about support. I was actually reading on this whole topic of women choosing to be single moms. It still boggles me when I even form the sentence. It's just like, I guess because I lived the life, so it's like I would not choose to be a single mom, but like I said, teach his own. But there is actually a support group, and it's called Single Moms Choice, or Single Moms by Choice. Mm-hmm. And I went on it, and they sit there and they talk about, I guess their experiences and what this support group can do for them. And I was just thrown. I'm like, growing up black. my single mother support group was my mom, my grandmother, my sister. They actually got a whole freaking group that's been going on since like 2005. And I'm like, okay, I mean, that's a good thing because, like I said, a lot of women don't think about the whole aspect of the support and what they're going to need because, like I said, being a single mother, it takes you through emotions you didn't even know you had. And
I remember growing up, like I said, it was only my grandma and like literally my mom, me, my two sisters, my grandmother, my aunt, and my cousin. So it was the 7 of us for years on end. But in between that, my mom's friends that came in that would help pick us up if my mom was going through something, take us out for ice cream, were all single with like not really a man, not really a stable man there. So they were dating and it was single. And that shocked me because I was thinking that, oh boy, now we about to always be paired up with all these damn women and their children making play dates and stuff. But the only time that ever happened was my mom, we wanted to sign up ourselves. She never forced us to do like after school sports and stuff. So when we signed up for cheerleading and stuff, we would either go to our own friend's house, with all their siblings, or my mom would make 1 or 2 friends of the cheer moms or the PTA mom, and we had like a Saturday where we'll go to a birthday party, whatever like that. But my mom's help was a whole bunch of single women. And now that I think about it, like that was crazy because everybody doesn't have a heart like that. Like right. They helped us out. I remember they would pick my mom, pick us up. Like I said, take us for ice cream every time we just randomly go to the mall because maybe my mother needed the time up. We just know. See, mommy was at work.
That is the single mothers by choice. Well, I guess not by choice, but single mothers support group.
Right.
But it wasn't, we didn't have a fancy label. We didn't have an organization or a website. It's just a natural thing. It's like you meet another woman that's a single mom and you're like, hey, I'm a single mom too. Let's, set up the play dates and do all the things and have each other's back when, I'm at work or I'm at an appointment or whatever the case may be. Like I said, support is a big thing because I know that if I didn't have my mom and other family members, I'd probably be sitting in the corner at a very young age, probably like, these kids are going to take me over. But I also think that women we have this strength that God gave to us. So we have this unbelievable strength to take on a lot. So deciding to be a single mom, I think that strength takes over. So you thinking, I'm Wonder Woman. Hell, if I could conquer going to school and
I think that's what career,
it is. Surely I could take on this child.
And even though I'm for it, I'm for it. These are our personal opinions. So like I said, I was for it. And I think it's a beautiful thing because I also think the height of when all of this came out, like that I was watching the media and got the idea for this topic, was the beginning of when celebrities start really endorsing feminism and women empowerment and we can do it and there's nothing wrong with having it. Like, fuck yeah, we're going to have we're going to have kids on our own and, lesbians are doing it because we're lesbians, but we want to be, a lot of them want to actually be very traditional. So they still want the family aspect. They still want to have a kid of their own and get the insemination and still be able to carry and go through all of that beautiful thing. But I don't know. I feel like it's more cons than pros.
Well, I was reading about same-sex families, and they were saying that it's not their numbers, their research showed that kids who were brought up in the same-sex families, they always think that the kid's going to either come out gay or the child is just going to be totally confused. But it was reading that kids who are raised by same-sex parents, they have a better understanding of relationships and acceptance of different relationships.
Yep. And my cousin even made a joke. He said, if I have a kid, I'm going to have them around you. I'm going to have them around you and your wife because lesbians and gay people be rich. Married people be rich and they... like they have it together. They have it more together than straight couples. He tried to make a joke, but it was something he seen on TV. But I did read that, what you said.
I'm still trying to rock and roll with that. Yeah. But okay, left field.
Yeah, and I was just like, what? Right. But I guess that's what he was trying to say, that he's seen that on something too, and they said, no shade, but they grow up, a little smarter, a little better.
Well, I don't know about smarter.
Yeah, I read something about.
I can't give you that.
You're crazy.
I can't say, okay, they grew up smarter, because that's just parent, straight, gay, whatever. It's how you parent that child.
Right.
And that's not even, and that's from when the child is in your belly. Because I know when I was pregnant, I was like, I want my kids to be like Einstein. And I was one of them people that was like, I'm reading everything. How you make kids smart. So
she's also the parent that cursed her kids out because they that damn smart.
Oh, if they 16, it's a point in time. I know there's parents out there. It's a point in time that you done cussed your child
a little
out.
monster, and now all of a sudden you're like, excuse me. Well, he get it from you.
Well, I do have one that's a little mouthy, so yes, it was definitely given. But I know I am not the first and the only parent that didn't cuss out their kids. You love them, but when they take you there, you like, you know what? I can't use daggone and shoot. No, I'm using shit and sit the fuck down. I love you, but you're doing too much right now. That's going left field. But like I said, I was reading everything to what's good for the baby's brain. I was playing classical music on my belly. Like, I put it in the little, at that time, back in the day, put the tape in or the CD, and you put it on your...
Where the hell did you find that classical...
You can find classical music on CDs. See, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Black
I thought
people.
you said... my bad. I thought you said tape. So where the fuck did you find the tape?
CD. I was going to say, please tell me you know about classical music, black people.
Yes, I know about classical music.
Shade, no shade.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, not sorry. I used to put the headset on my belly and listen to that have them listen to it for like a good hour. I would take a nap and they would listen to it. They actually listened to it up until 2. And when they were 2, they were telling me no. So, but I mean, it does work. And like I said, I don't necessarily agree that, same sex produce smarter children. It's all about the parent and how they go about raising that child. But as far as, like I was saying, as far as the cons go in having to or choosing to be a single mother, you got to remember the other aspect of it as far as the father and having that male role model for your child. I guess this is speaking more so from, well, it don't matter if it's straight or gay, having that male role model when you have sons, because they need to have, I guess, some male figure or mentor in their life. And, without having that mentor, that male influence, it could, I don't know what the word would be without having the male influence, or some things that moms cannot teach their sons. They can't. I could teach my son, okay, this is how you respect a woman, okay, but I don't know about how their bodies are going to be feeling through when they go through hormones. I just know that, yes, boys will get excited by girls. That's all I know. I don't know emotionally wise how boys are feeling, because I'm not a boy. All I can say is have condoms, don't have sex before marriage, and that's about it. But other than that, I can't say, well, you know what, son, you're going to be feeling this, that, and the third. Thank God for my brother who, helped me out with that portion, because, one, I couldn't have that conversation with my sons because I would start crying because no, I really could, and that's why I didn't have that conversation. So this is why single moms
even like girls batting their eyes at her sons.
They don't need to. Bet your ass the other way. Bet your ass at them books. Get your mind off the boys and on them books. Fast.
But my point that I was trying to say earlier, I think that it is maybe I am wrong. Maybe we sound judgmental. I'm not speaking on the behalf of lesbians because, like I said, like myself, although it is a same-sex relationship, which I could agree the gay guys feel too, and you want a family, as far as the women that are in corporate or medical, lawyers, whatever, I kind of think too a small bit of it is a power trip. And they look at it like, well, because I passed my bar. That was hard as hell. I got into this firm. That was, I thought that was impossible. I thought I was going to die. And, I'm making all of this money and, it's easy for me. I clean up after my dog all the time. They think that it is a child and that the child is going to work the same way. And it's not, especially if it's as cliche as the TV, like the movies and the television shows are, where they are that powerful. They do have all that money, but they're really alone. They don't even have, their mother done passed already. Their dad is not in their life, or their dad passed already. There aren't even grandparents around, and all you do have is your bestest friend, and she ain't trying to hear that.
And you can't.
It's hard. It's not realistic to say, I'm going to do this, and it's going to be easy. It is realistic to say you're going to do it and think about the plan and maybe, get information on it. But I don't think that people try to at least research what they're getting themselves into. They just kind of do it.
Right. And also, you can't just throw food in the dish and throw up the deuces like you would do with a dog or a cat. It just don't work that way. Trust me, it's like I said, being a single mother, my experience, it's like you love your kids, but you definitely... It's hard. It is hard.
And
my kids are 16, and it is hard as hell, because this is really the hard part, because I'm trying to get mine through high school. Y'all don't understand? Trying to get boys through high school is hard as hell. It's not even a little bit. I'm not even like a little bit like being extreme about it. No, it's hard as hell, because keeping boys focused, they're not like girls. Girls, we stay a little bit alive.
We're selective in what we,
but we're a lot
choose
focused.
to focus on, though.
But we're just built
because
that
even
way.
Exactly. But even if we, slip a little bit, something gonna snap back, and we're gonna be like, all right, it's time to get back.
Boys don't have that.
They don't. They
don't talk about I'm slipping. I'm still slipping. Ma, you gonna help me up? That's boys, and that's what I'm saying. And I mean, choosing to be a single mom is just that's some shit that you really have to sit and do some research on. I know you don't, all those career-driven women, if you sat through school and read all them damn books to get the career that you got, sit down and read a book about being a mother.
Or talk to some people.
Right, talk to people. It's really...
And talk to actual people, because a lot of us, even, just a lot of us in this world, we base a lot of things off of internet and off of TV. And TV glamorizes everything. TV glamorizes being married, single, having sex, dating, having kids without the partner.
And they even lie about college. My college life was nothing like human. I'm just saying.
My college life was pretty lit. But they glamorize everything. I'm getting out of high school, going into college. I'm getting this awesome fashion job, internship right away. And now I got this job and I'm living in the city. Everything does not work like that.
You ain't Carrie Bradshaw.
Everything don't work like that. And even that was like, if you've seen her story on Carrie Diaries, that was like a little bit unrealistic. She had the connections, but a lot of shit she did was unrealistic.
But I love that show.
I love that show too. Really. Season 3. If you're out there listening, a producer, bring Carrie Diaries back.
All right.
We're
past our Becky moment.
So just really talk to individuals that you may know. If you're a single mom, if your mom was a single mom and she's still living, talk to her.
Hell, I know she got some stories, because I know when my kids ask me questions, hopefully, oh Lord Jesus, I'm gonna knock on wood. I'm not trying to be nobody grandmama. But what? I don't even want any more kids, so got to be a grandmother? Whew. But when my kids talk to me, when they get to that level, once they are married, and they still talking to their wives before they start having kids, but I can't wait to have that topic, because I'm going to I'm like, let me tell you how y'all were. I'm going to give you some insight. But yeah, it's very good to talk to. It's cute to read the books, but they don't give you the real, the raw. Talk to somebody, a single parent. I mean, you could talk to married couples because, like I said, large percentages are still on the mom, because my parents have been married for 40-something years. And yeah, my mom has, to this day, is who we go to. We don't even... What's the point of talking to the dad? Because it's like, why am I talking to you? You just gonna say go talk to your mother. So we don't even go there. Only time I think I asked my dad for anything is like, hey, I got car trouble. So what oil do I put in the car? Or what is this? Well, other than that, everything you ask your mom. And you always think that your mom knows everything. Everything in the world.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, it's just that inner strength that we were just built with. So we know we just take on a lot.
Right.
But definitely, if you're deciding to be a single mom, just think about it. Call people. Call a friend.
Right.
Let me find out. Because I'm pretty sure that if you talk to some of your friends that have kids, that they will definitely tell you probably to hold off. Just like working with Caitlin. She 23?
She was 20. Well, now she's 23.
I thought she was 23 and working.
No, at work she was 21.
I thought she was 23. Well, either way, 21, 23,
yeah.
She's just so gung-ho on having kids. And I'm just like, girl.
And even her husband was just like, skirt, let's take care of the 2 dogs that we got.
Right. And I'm like, honey, enjoy. And I think they were only married for like a year. They only been married going into a year. Yeah. So it's like, enjoy your husband. Enjoy
my mom called
that
me.
Silence. Enjoy the fact that you don't have to get up. Enjoy the fact that you can look at your husband and say, boo, what we doing today? Nothing, staying in the bed.
Like
okay.
my cousin, him and his wife were together as, just a dating couple for 6 years, and they just got married last year. And everybody, like, at the wedding was like, so when we gonna have them babies? I want my great-grands. I want the... And my cousin's wife, mom, got on the stage when she was doing her wedding, congrats. And she was like, please don't have no kids right now. I'm too young to be a grandmother. Y'all need to enjoy the married life. And my mom, I just got a dog, guys. And so my mom called me the other day. She was like, having kids is expensive, ain't it? But like Ryan said, with the dog, we can take him outside for a little bit, use the bathroom, and, put the food in, leave for a few hours. I'm sure with the children, like, we already had to spend between, like, 3 days, $60 to $80?
Oh, girl, that ain't nothing. That's like
exactly.
That's a week.
Exactly. But still, just the simple fact that we had bills due at a certain time and the dog needed, like, medication and stuff right away. It was wrecking my brain. It's like, I couldn't even get my Starbucks that day. Like,
exactly. People don't understand.
People don't understand that. So, like,
they don't. Yeah. That's I'm like, and that's why when I was talking to Caitlin, I was like, Caitlin, your husband is actually being smart. He's like, give us 2 years, which makes sense.
Right.
I'm like, enjoy the fact that you have your husband. Enjoy him. She was like, well, I dated him. So I got all that. I said, yeah, but it's different from going from having the boyfriend to having a husband, a boyfriend. Y'all ain't living together. If you get mad, you could leave. And he at his house, you at your house. And you got separate everything. But when you in a marriage and you're living in the same home, you get mad, what you gonna do? Fuck you. I'm going to the bathroom. It's different. It's a different dynamic. And I'm like myself, if I ever get married, I'm marrying somebody that don't want kids. But if I ever get married, yes, I'm going to bask in the fact that it's just me and my husband, and I don't want no animals either. So hopefully somewhere I'm going to find this kind of man. They just don't, bask in the moment of not having to get up to even having animals have to walk their asses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Having to get up to change a diaper. And trust me, babies don't understand that it's 2:00 in the morning. They don't get that. All they know is I'm sitting in a pile of crap, or I'm hungry, or hell, I just want you to be in the same room with me. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to go back to sleep. And if you try to creep out the room, I'm going to know and I'm going to wake up. So I'm just giving you some experience.
In no way are we just like downside playing it or anything. Because like I said, I'm totally for it. And I think it's an awesome thing because we also do have, unfortunately, babies and children out here with no family at all. Right. So it would be awesome, for if you do have the time. It's just like, once again, adopting a pet or something. Don't do it if you don't have the time to dedicate, or the money to put 100% into raising a child. I think it's an awesome thing, but at the same time, it seems very hard. I'm not a parent, but like I said, I'm the oldest, and I watch my mother do it. And I've watched other people, and even my friends now swore, unfortunately, the guy's not acting right, and they're young moms, and as soon as that baby comes, everything changed. And so now they're doing it on their own, and they have what we said, the village. They got the mamas and, us as friends and best friends and extended family to help with the children. So it's just something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to think about. It's not like small details that you should be thinking about. I mean, like I said, I'm kind of neutral on the whole, ideal of a woman deciding to just have a baby. I mean, like I said, to each his own, but just really do a lot of research, do a lot of talking before you leap into it, because you really, once you leap into parenthood, it's a 24-hour, 356 days, and you get no break. Basically, it's a job with no pay, and you don't have, like I said, and you don't have the luxury of being selfish anymore. And you may have moments of selfish, but overall, once you bring a child into a world or adopt a child, it becomes that child. It's no longer about you. So do a lot of research, do a lot of talking, and just weigh your options out as far as, is it a smart idea to do it, as far as looking at the pros and cons of being a single mother. Like I said, having that if you have boys, having that male figure in their life, who are you going to bring around to, help with things that you are not aware of with the boy, or even help with your daughter, because, daddies and daughters, this is where daughters learn how they should be treated by a man. So it's just a lot of things that you have to think about before you just leaping into it, because I want a baby. It's not about you anymore. You can no longer be selfish about the whole situation.
Right. Well, guys, that was our show for tonight. Continue to chat with us here on Spreaker.com. Of course, our personal Facebooks, if you are friends with us on our personal Facebooks. The Coffee Comment Instagram page. Comment. Follow us. We love chatting.
Clearly, the podcast.
YouTube. We are on YouTube. And don't be afraid to follow, comment, give us suggestions, give us topics. If you want to come on the show, let us know. We are always on that social media, so that's the quickest way you can contact us. And we will be back next Sunday with a new topic, which you can check out Wednesday or Thursday. We usually post. We can't give you guys an exact date because, once again, life takes over. But
yeah, I have to apologize for the late post for this show. It's just that life really did. I got a new job, so I'm a little busier and I'm a little tired more than I was in my other position. But look for the new topic definitely on Wednesday and Thursday, and
for sure on Thursday.
For sure on Thursday.
Thursday, the latest, is when a new topic is posted. Because we care about you guys, and we want you to get prepared and be able, if you do, if you are a parent, you got to lay the little ones down in order to listen to us on Sundays or what have you. We want you to be prepared and there. So we will talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Deuces.